me go check that here in a second. I think I'm gonna have to do something with the fingers. Maybe put some more like robotic parts on them. Maybe some cabling. I don't know. It feels a little too necromantic and not a robot. If you get my drift. That should be silver, not green, because it is not in the goo. It's just not in the goo. This side is, which will be interesting because the red's actually in the goo. Okay. We're doing pretty good here. Too much exoskeleton, not enough endoskeleton. Yeah. I think we can probably spice up some of these pieces too. Like right now it just looks armored, like an armored ooze, but I want it to look more cybernetic. So let's fighting love. That's an old South Park reference. Oh my goodness. Where's my head today? Nope, I can't do that. Those hands are not symmetried. So, right here, I need this to be a muscle, not a plate. Probably same with this one. I need this to be a muscle. That can be a plate, that can be a plate. That's a bone. That's a plate. That's a fold. This might need to be muscle. It's always funny to me how like you can make something look very more futuristic or well thought out with just like two little lines. A plasma cannon? I mean, maybe. I forgot this is supposed to have a force field on it. But I need to add still. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure I like that. That might be a little too Mega Man. Yeah. I think plating is good. Because if you use an ooze, the hardest part is just keeping it form, right? Gotta make sure it's all grouped together. Maybe the goo should come like up around the hand here. Maybe you should have like a big tendril on this side instead of the claw. That could be interesting. Ooh. Plasma cannon could also be interesting. I'm not sure yet. Let's give this a little more. Oop, right, symmetry off. Give this a little bit more structure. This more detail right here. Get squiggly bits. Little tiny things, little tiny things. Let some screws in here, which that should be symmetry again. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. A screw and a bracket. Nothing says robotic like screws on a spinal cord. I don't know what it is. It's just like, that's not normal. That's bad. It's a rough time. Nobody wants that. It's really quiet today. I wonder if something's going on. What day is it? I mean, I guess there's one, hurricanes, but still. Little tiny details change a whole lot. I'm gonna have to have two different shadow layers. One for the goo, which is what I'm doing right now, and then for like the internal structures inside the goo, because they're gonna have a different lighting scheme. It's gonna be really weird. Hopefully it will look awesome. I'm also not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what we can do with some different colors. Let's see what happens. I think the green on green's okay. Let's leave it. Let's go with our instincts for a little bit. See what happens. Oh boy. This is where it's going to get a little weird. I want like a dark blue. Multiply there, yeah. But I only want this for like this stuff. For the bones. The bones need their own. Shadow there. That is unrestricted from these bubbles. Things like in the very center of the ooze, like you almost shouldn't be able to see them, just because their color and their shape is getting so faded out by the goo. It's like in here under the ribs, like that shouldn't be anything. It should just be darkness. Same thing back here. Like, this should just get really, really dark. These are supposed to be like the what is it? Scapulas? What do you call those? Shoulder blades. Shoulder blades should be almost pitch black. Like, we don't want to see those. Which sucks because I drew them. But I don't think you would see them. Then why do we add all that color? No, it is what it is. Here we are. You okay, kid? What happened? What happened? Bonk. Oh, bonk. Yeah. Blood. Blood. I suppose we could do a viewer suggestion, but there ain't no viewers, so I kind of want to just keep working. Are people around that submitted things? Maybe we just draw your stuff. Spurn the dice gods once again. That's never come back to bite me in the ass. Something here, the cabling should be really dark. Why do you do this, kid? I put him on the floor and he immediately runs and hides under my desk. Little hobbit. Hiding in the tunnels. Oh, got the hiccups. Tiny little hiccups. What do you think? Is it scary? Do we do a good job? I don't know. None of this makes any sense to me. Apico. Apico pico. Apico pico. Nope. Maybe vivid light would be better. Color dodge is pretty good. Yeah, let's do color dodge. That'll make all the metals look real shiny. Now let's see if maybe green's the wrong color. What other cool colors can we get? Ooh, fancy. Oh, that's looking cool. I like that one. Back on the floor we go. That is like a lime green that I've just inflicted on this art piece, but whatever. Who's gonna know? They're gonna know. No one's gonna know. It'll be fine. Welcome in, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week. Hope everybody had a good week. Let's put it that way. It's Friday, you know? Time to relax. Time to relax. Take a break. By that I mean try to finish another commission this weekend before next week. As is my wont. Kind of do want to take a break and do a viewer suggestion. I'm getting a little... Sometimes it's good to take breaks from... this kind of stuff, because it burns you out really fast. It's fun. So let's go ahead and take a quick break and do that. So let's look. Let's look. Let's see what we got. We had a pretty good list this week. Sheets. Oh, that's the wrong button. For those of you who don't know what's going on, I have a list of all the suggested characters this week. I'm going to roll a dice. I'm going to draw one of them. If you have a suggested one this week, you're going to put it on the list. Probably only get 2 or 3 done, so I'm not super. But we have a lot, so we'll see what it goes. A yellow newt folk cleric spore druid with mushrooms growing on their bodies. That sounds pretty cool. What is a yellow newt? Is that a specific type of newt? Kid, I get worried about you playing under my chair. You're gonna get donked. I don't want you to get donked. Oh, that is a specific type of newt. Digging the jelly tendrils, how it's drawn. Yeah, nice. I can't decide if I should put another tendril thing on the smaller arm. Like, he's got the pseudopod on his head, but should I have another, like, weird squiddly arm? I don't know. I'm unsure. It will not be hard to add. But, yeah. Welcome, by the way, Power Armor. I do. We're gonna draw a quick newt real quick just to get our brains functioning again. almost want to do... I want to try something weird. Let's, instead of doing like just mushroom caps, let's go ahead and draw like... Let's find a good shape, and then we'll turn it into mushrooms. I like the idea that he's got like a big cowl or mountain of mushrooms growing on him. Newts are not geckos. I'm thinking of geckos. Are they similar? That's good. That's the question. This gecko's got the big poppy feet, which I think are really fun. Big old toes. Dragon turtle, welcome in. They're going pretty well. Been a lot of me talking to myself and wrangling the boys, so we've gotten a lot done though. Like, we're working on the robot. The robot's almost done. Probably have 2 or 3 more layers I need to add to it, and then give it the glowy armor. And right now I'm taking a break and drawing a newt. Drawing a newt. Okay, so he's got a big log on his back, maybe. No, I just want to do mushrooms. Let's just make it mushrooms. It's fine. Shroom Sage Uruguay, exactly, yeah. What's that noise you're making? What are you eating now? Oh, kid, come on. You don't know how you got those? Well, you should not chew on those fingernail clippers. Danger zone. Danger zone, boy. Boy wrangling. I feel like if he's a shroom druid, his eyes should be like Hypnotoad style, but I think newts just have solid black eyes. I gotta make it realistic, you know? I can do whatever I want. I don't know why I'm so worried about it. I do what I want. Let's do that. Some of this. I think I'm thinking of like was it chicken of the forest? Whatever those mushrooms are called, the ones that just like grow on trees wildly. What kind of feet do these little buggers have? Yeah, well, that's about right. I would expect a different colorization. I guess there's a lot of different types of colors, but I would have expected more banding, I guess. Yep. think you might enjoy the tiny glade. What's the tiny glade? Oh, is that the type of mushroom you just posted? That's pretty cool. Looks like tiny little donuts. Newts are indeed not geckos, though he questions it is. Though the question is, how are they different from salamanders? That's a good question. I thought newts and salamanders were the same thing. Is that not the case? Salamanders are fire elementals, if I remember correctly. Live in burning fire logs. That was a joke. Ooh, woo. It looks like he's got a pine cone on his back, but I'm kind of okay with that. Tiny Glade is a relaxing, free-form building game. Tap into the joy of making something pretty with no management, no combat, no wrong answers. Just kick back and doodle. That's kind of fun. You know me, everything is content. I would find a way to, like, not only, I was gonna say monetize, but like weaponize that game. Turn it into something like a dungeon builder or something that would make me stressed out. I'm really good at finding games and making ways to make me stressed out about them. Kid? Oh my god, you're so silly. He's screaming into a full, like, unbroken pack of toilet paper. Pinecone cowl. That sounds like a pretty cool item. What was it? I was watching the new Critical Role season on Amazon, and they ran into a person that I don't remember in the show. I don't remember it being, but maybe it was. Okay. She had a cape that redirected spells back at the attacker, and I love that. Like, did that exist in the?
Yes.
Okay.
That character existed. Sorry.
But like, I don't remember this happening the way it happened. But maybe it did. It's been a long time. Either way, I love that idea. I love the idea of like a cloak that can absorb a spell and then redirect the target. And I kind of want to make an item like that. But it might already exist, so I need to double check. I mean, Mercer made it. Whether or not Mercer made it or it actually exists, I love the idea. And I kind of want to throw one of those into my game. But I am also a fan of like magic cards like Rebound, where you just pay a mana and instead of like countering the spell, you just change the target. Just that's all it does. Just like the spell still goes off, the things happen. Pick a new target for that spell. I cast Fireball over there. What kind of tails do newts have? Little tiny flappy tails? Newts are the ones famous for just dropping their tails, right? Peace out, have a snack. He just knocked the whole. I'll just draw it. I'll just draw what just happened. So the boy is playing with a roll of toilet paper, pack of toilet paper, and I'm only allowing this because he's supervised. But he's just like standing next to it and screaming into the plastic. Just like, "Mah!" He just went, like, knocked it over this way. Superman over the top. And ended up just ass over tea kettle. Just like, "Mah!" Unable to move. So I just grabbed him and flipped him back over. And now he just immediately went back to screaming into the toilet paper. Completely unaffected. Just like, this is fine. This is fine. Bless you. You're a little too close to my chair, because now if you go ass over tea kettle, you're going to bump your head. Back up. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You're doing such a good job. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there with the lizard. Maybe give him a belt. He might need a belt. Maybe a potion. There's something I've been noticing with, like the alchemist kit. That's like gotta go on a cart. That thing's huge. And I think people keep conflating that with like a healer's kit, which is like a small bag. So I wonder if maybe there's a better term to use for those. Alchemist station? Like blacksmith tools makes sense. But it wouldn't be alchemist tools, would it? Alchemical pouch would be maybe closer to what I think people are thinking of. Apparently it has a web feet is difference between them and salamanders. Oh, okay. More aquatic. Vince McMahon extra. Dudes have tail fins. Cool. Chemist set. Yeah, maybe those chemist sets are a better way to look at it instead of alchemical kit. Because like, I think, yeah, a chemistry set we at least need beakers and like things and reagents to be able to test common things like acidity and such. I had a chemistry set when I was a kid, and I did not take care of it well, and it basically just blew itself up. Oh, you okay? We'll take a quick break real quick, and then I'll be back. We'll roll some dice, we'll do some more. That looks really cool. I'm happy with that one. Next one is going to be... Turtle Gunsmith Ammo Farmer? Is an ammo... I don't know. There's a slash and a hyphen in this word. Gun/ammo-farmer. I don't know what that means. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second. Give me a minute. Okay, we're back. Like a machine gun that shoots watermelon seeds? That could be funny. Ballistic fruits. Skip cat. Not appropriate. Yeah. What are you doing? It makes me think of the little like black turtle shell things from Mario. Those look like bullet bills. I never understood why they felt more difficult than the regular Koopas. Maybe they were faster? I'm not sure. Oh, Skip Cat. You're very cute. I'll give you pets. I have no treats for you, though. Skip Cat, you're getting real shaggy. I'm supposed to get your winter coat, not shave it. Get rid of it. This is last year's winter coat. What's a good brush for old cats? That's a good question. It doesn't like combs. I've got like a de-shedder for dogs, but it doesn't really work. Skip Cat, you're not supposed to be on the desk. You're done. A TF2 shoulder? Yeah, kind of. That's what I was thinking about, like just a big old helmet. Maybe not. Because the other fun thing to do would be like draw the turtle. And then just like cover him in ammo. Just give him like a whole bunch of bandoliers in like a box. I constantly fall into this trope of like a turtle carrying something on their back, like a shop or a yeah, shop's a good example. But like, how do they get stuff off their shelf? You think they'd be like more like a hauling truck or something? What if we just completely redesigned turtles? Maybe that's what we should do with this one. Someone send me a good picture of a cool turtle. What if we did something that's a little more, like, not as bent over? I guess that would be a little more like TMNT or something. go this way. Don't go this way. No. No. Gonna immediately get picked up and put on the floor. Okay. I feel like I've drawn some kind of kaiju here, which also feels appropriate, so it's probably fine. But I would play a turtle that looked like this. We're gonna go
Hello.
real derp on the eyes. Corvus, welcome in.
Hopefully your stream is not ending.
What's that?
I said hopefully the stream is not ending.
No, no. We're good. We did start really early today. So.
I had to go split wood.
I have to do that a little later today.
Ugh. My nose.
Gotta get buff. Gotta get buff, gotta get healthy. That's my plan.
I'd rather get healthy than get buff.
Yeah. Getting buff is a shortcut to getting healthy.
Debatable.
Debatable. Yeah.
I've seen some unhealthy weightlifters.
Sure, that's fair. But like, if your problem, like my problem is I overeat. Like I just eat too much calories. I eat good food. I eat too much. But if I have more muscle, then my body needs more calories, and so I can kind of offset that a little bit. I can remain eating the same amount and lose some fat and gain some muscle. I don't lose any weight, but
Yeah.
more muscle, less fat.
I feel like most of my calories come unfortunately from soda.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't actually eat probably enough actual food.
That could be the case, you know?
And so I'm just like too much sugar in my diet.
Yeah. That's a big thing with a lot of the doctors and people I've talked to about it. It's just like, just don't drink your calories. Like, soda is delicious and amazing, but like it's just a calorie dump.
Yep. Like for me, I don't even like drink it for the sweetness. Like hence why I don't like drinking diet or sugar-free soda, because it's sweeter than normal. I like it for the fizzy.
Yeah,
The
that's
fizzy
why
sensation.
I had to switch to like sparkling water.
Yep. It unfortunately is really hard to find like cases of sparkling water at our local grocery store.
Bummer.
We'll have to like go out of the county and stuff for it.
Yeah, we had that problem when we lived in Moscow, because it was just Winco, so they had like Winco brand crap. It was much easier to like just order it on the internet. One order it in like bulk, so that they would send a whole case of it out like once a month. That's what I ended up doing. Yeah, Moscow water was terrible. Like, it had a really good aquifer, which was great, but like all the pipes were just so old and disgusting, and everything smelled like dog. It was awful.
Yeah.
The aquifer probably did have the bacteria in it, and so then as soon as it hit your water heater, it was just like, yay! Everything smells awful. Awesome.
Yeah.
So that was like 4 years of my life where I was just buying. Like I'd go to Winco and fill up those big water jugs, and that was just, yeah, did that for a long time. Is that in Brita filters? So.
Yeah, we use a Brita filter. It doesn't really help get rid of the chlorine because our water system now uses like the weird chlorine that doesn't like evaporate off after a day.
Interesting. You still
Because
got,
it's
like,
a
the
bit
chlorinated
cheaper.
smell?
Yeah.
Bummer.
Like, it's definitely not like pool water,
Mhm.
but like it's definitely has that kind of ever so slight bleach smell.
American food in general, and I suspect the water as well, just isn't as good for use compared to other nations. It's debatable. It's debatable.
Yeah.
And America's just too big. Like, yeah, like New York and like here, our water's amazing. It's just, it's great.
It really depends on the state.
Yeah, and even in Idaho, like, Boise was pretty good, but we eventually bought like our own water filter for the house, like a big water filter, just because it had crap in it. But if you go up to some of the northern Idaho places that just pull straight from an aquifer or have their own wells, water's amazing. So it just depends on where you are. But the big cities usually have a pretty good handle on it because they have to reach like the highest standards for it. The closer you are to mine, the worse the water. Cat, what are you doing up here? You got food? You got pets? You got treats? You got comb? I have nothing else for you, and now you're gonna bite me. Yep, you don't get to be on the desk. No, you get no more treats. Nope. Nope, that's not how it works. Last time I was on the desk, you gave me treats to make me go away. I think we all knew this was coming, but just in case you didn't, I'm turning him into a Blastoise.
I figured you would be drawing the other turtle Pokemon.
Which one's that?
Oh god, hang on. There's actually a Pokemon based off that turtle. Fire turtle. The Turdinator.
The Turdinator? That can't be a real Pokemon name.
It is. I love it. Happy. Paste.
The Glock Druid. Turdinator, wow. Wow. Torkoal? That's pretty good.
Oh no, Torkoal was the first fire turtle.
Skip
And it's literally just like a Galapagos turtle that's like a furnace.
I love you. You can't be bothering me on my desk.
But I don't need to. If I don't, how do you know I'm not? If I don't love you?
No, no, no. Oh, poor kid. What's up?
Oh, excuse me.
I'm being harassed by baby and cat.
Welcome to adult life.
If I stand up, you can run towards the trees. What do you want to get? Some pets? Get pets? Take a cat break.
And of course, turns into the world turtle. What else is he gonna evolve into?
Okay.
I have basically seen a Torterra in real life. It's called an alligator snapping turtle after it decides to wake up after 6 months. You just see like a crawling landmass going across the swamp.
Oh, kid. Hugh.
Stinker.
God damn it. Hey, no, leave him alone. You don't get.
Did you just took the cat food?
I gave Skip Cat some wet cat food, and he's like, what if I dumped the bowl on myself? That would be great.
Ow.
Now, I mean, fine. I gotta clean it up.
Oh, children.
Always more messes. Always more messes.
I only feel like messes are going to keep happening until a certain point, then they'll kind of slowly stop.
Yeah, that's my hope. You know, when he goes to college.
Or vocational school if he wants to go there. No pressure.
Okay. Artillerist druid turtle. Done. I do like the idea that he like grows fruit that explodes. That's kind of fun. I would like to druid craft some 9mm ammo, please. How's that now?
Just make sure finds like piece of iron wood and shapes them into
Yeah.
bullets.
You could druid craft bullets. I'd legit druid craft bullets. Victor reminds me of the character idea I had once. Forgot the game system. Basically, it's a gigantic gator snapping turtle person who's an old combat engineer and her. Sounds good. Circle of the scrapyard druid. That's it. That works. Yeah. I think that is an accurate way to look at it. I kind of love this turtle shape. I might play with this more later.
It has very like almost dragon vibes going on
Yeah.
with the long neck.
Super long noodle.
Yep. Canoodling.
Okay. Back to Robot Boy.
Yet again, I've been preoccupied and not been able to call the doctor today.
Oh, jeez. Go do it right now.
They're closed, I think. I think they close early on Friday. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I got some time. Be right back.
Okay. It needs to be a thing. Circle the scrapyard, taking what was lost and discarded, breaking new life. I mean, isn't that exactly what the graveyard druid does, just with people instead of sort of scrap? It would be pretty funny to be like a raccoon or an awakened raccoon. Circle of the junkyard druid. That would be pretty fun. I think you can make that work. Captain 5 is no idea. Yeah, there's a couple druids that are spec'd around like death needing to happen, like not necromancy, but just death in general. So like the correct process of recycling people. So you could definitely blend that into like non or inorganic stuff. That could be kind of fun. I'd let it happen. Let it work. Anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? Anything interesting going on? Hope the weather's finally calming down for people. In hindsight, I'm not sure my idea would work well outside of industrial settings, like the heaps of wagons, swords. And yeah. I mean that's fine though. I think it's still a cool idea. We were talking about what was it? Especially with Pathfinder now, specifically, like the medium and the investigator. Like, there's a couple classes, and this is kind of the same thing with the old rangers too, that like they're really setting dependent, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay to have that kind of stuff. Because like really, what it should be is just like you build your character for the campaign, but then the campaign should also be wrapped around your character a little bit. So if you were playing that, yeah, the setting should either be more of like I don't want to say post-apocalyptic, but at least kind of degraded, right? Or like the world should be full of scrap if you're going to be playing that character, because otherwise it doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless you're, like kind of a one-off character from a junker town, that could be kind of interesting, and I think that would be fun too. So they're all viable. It's just a matter of making sure you're playing the right character in the right campaign. I think I want a little more red, and this is going to look a little gruesome, but I'm okay with that. I want a little more orange, a little more red, and we're going to put it in between these bones. Anywhere there's bone on bone, we're just going to change the color texture a little bit. Try to give it a little bit more toss, I guess. A little more dynamic coloring. And then that, I think we can also put on these. Instead of these just being gray, we're going to make a little more red. Just a little bit. Do the same thing up here. To give this a little bit more of a... Maybe the skull's not that old. Maybe it's still got some color to it. Really darken up some of these areas. A little more texture.
I'm back.
Welcome back. How'd that go?
Well, turns out my doctor had not ordered the referrals yet.
Ah, that is annoying.
And she has been out for a couple days. So.
Double annoying.
Yeah. But I also understand people have lives outside of work and things happen.
Yeah.
He's like the only doctor. One of two doctors in my area. Yay for being poor and rural.
My royalness.
I mean, according to Ancestry.com, I'm related to one of the kings of England,
Nice.
tangentially, but
You
it
should,
doesn't really matter.
You should call. Why, are they dead?
Yeah, that particular family line, I believe, died out.
Got it. Too bad. Okay. Where is that on the coloring? I think it is. It is. Okay. Well, can we get some cool transition here? Not really. So we're going to do it manually. We're going to put some blob shifting here.
Yeah, it was like, it was the family of like Richard de Lionheart, but not like specifically him. Bunch of French kings that ruled England for a little while.
Funny. Yeah, my genealogy does not go back that far.
It's a big gap, so it's like I'm taking this as a massive grain of salt. So
Sure.
it was like there was a very clear gap between. I was like, this is probably wrong.
I have one of them super generic names, and
Yep.
so like nothing I look up is like could be.
Yeah.
I basically just like Jon Snow. It's like, well, cool. Yep. No idea. No idea. Which is fine.
Look,
No, it's
I feel like I have fairly unique not last names. I only have one last name, but families I'm related to have kind of not like they don't have very descriptive last names. Like they actually seem like a last name and not like an occupation.
yeah.
I'll be back.
All right.
No, I was referring to the cyborg ooze.
Oh, gotcha. Do you
Because
want
of getting
to
Terminator.
flesh them out more, or do you want them to break from normal tropes? Are we talking about the? Oh, hold on a second. I missed some stuff here. Part of the
Caveman
D&D Orc
Warband.
Pantheon and Warhammer Orc Pantheon. You don't have a good Goblin or Orc Pantheon, particularly like. I mean, Orcus is pretty good. Orcus is great.
But he ain't an orc deity.
Hard to beat. Hard to beat. We are the orcs. We eat with spoons and forks. We love to eat our pork. That's it. That's all it takes.
If you want like a Pantheon, there's a new adventure path that's coming out for Pathfinder, and they released the player guide for it, and it lists a bunch of orc deities
Oh yeah.
that are like,
They're Mesoamerican though, aren't they?
no, not these
Or was that
orcs.
D&D? I can't remember. Maybe D&D is the one that went Mesoamerican with the orcs.
They went nomadic people that just happened to be cowboys.
Okay. Why is that so green? You should not be this green. I need this color. There we go. That's gonna be better. And now I'll turn all these back on. It's still super fucking green. I don't know what's happening here. I think I have a couple different layers. I do. Okay. Well, we can fix that. That's fine.
Let's see if this works.
That's better. That's better.
WotC made orcs actually fun. In my humble opinion.
WotC did?
Yes.
Yeah, I have no problem with the orcs. I think, like
They
I said,
actually-
I think the problem they had with the orcs was really like their writing for, like, lazy writing in general. It wasn't really
Yeah.
an orc problem. It was a lazy writing problem.
Yeah, so D&D orcs now, they've decided to kind of play up on the like nomadic travelers aspect of it. And so kind of the aesthetic that you would see with them are kind of like cowboys. And but again, you could also always ignore what Wizard says and do your own thing.
Yep. Totally legit.
Yep. I'm personally a little tired of orcs are all warriors. Rawr.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
like wizard
it's
orcs
so
are so cool.
boring.
It's so good. I want more like Gul'dan warlocks and
Oh yeah.
like just dark twisted orcs. I love it. Okay, I think I'm about done here. That gold shoulder doesn't look right. I think that should have been that should be like it's too much highlight. We need to kick it down because
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of sticks out a little bit
it does. Yeah.
too much.
You should definitely have a highlight on it,
Hmm.
but that was too much. That was way too much. Because it's not as shiny as everything else. It's not supposed to be. We probably need to put a little bit more darkness on it. So darkness.
Edge.
I just made orcs in my settings almost samurai-esque honorable warriors, albeit still it's more savage side they control, but they probably could have solved the problem. Yeah, that could be fun. I really like the mentality I have when I'm creating anything for a D&D game is to look at the like 3 different aspects of it. And the 3 different aspects of it are basically going and saying, like, does this need to be an entire race of people, right? Or am I looking at, like, what's the macro of that culture, or just kind of in general? And for most points to look at, like, that's not going to be relevant. It's just not. And then you need to look at like your city, right? Is the whole city the same? Like, how big is your city? Is there going to be different factions or a caste system within your city? Like, that can be very relevant. And then within that, you have to go all the way down to like into like the caste system, right? So does everybody in the system like these three things can define that. So if you have a race of drow, let's say, right, because the drow just got kind of kicked out of Pathfinder in lieu of like dark elves and stuff, which I think is totally fine. But the lazy writing happens when you're just like, yep, they're all the same, and it's like, that's boring. And then you look at a city and it's like, yep, every one of the cities is exactly the same. That's also boring. And if they're all like, if your entire city is just poor people, like, that's just a boring story to begin with. So like, you really need to look at it the other way around, right? So you're going into a city. What part of the city are you going into? What are the people there like? And then you can decide whether or not you need to keep looking up and up and up and up and up. So like, is this a city of dwarves? So is it going to be weird that there's only dwarves in the city? Maybe not. But even at that point, if you have an entire city that's very similar, like it's a mining town of dwarves, it's like, cool, you can define that. That's totally fine. Within that, are there different types of dwarves? Do these dwarves come from other places? Is there a larger city of dwarves that has like broken off and this is like a mining town of that, right? So like race, culture, all of that kind of stuff bleeds down. I'm gonna put culture up here. And you just like, that's how you should be designing things. So if you have your samurai orcs, is everybody a samurai? Are there farmers? Do they live, if they're nomadic or not nomadic, are they only samurais because they live in this city, or are you going to find a whole culture based around this, like the greater of Japan, right? So like, are all orcs from Japan, and then it breaks down to the city, the caste, like different things like that. So like, that's really cool. I like it. And you just have to like, that's what you have to think about. And a lot of people will not think about that, and they will just blanket like from the top down, and it gets really boring and samey. So I hope I explained that well. I think I kind of got lost there in the middle.
Because like, if it's just a purely warrior culture, you'll end up with a stupid idea like the Ironborn in Game of Thrones. I'm sorry, they're a little bit dumb.
The Ironborn.
It's like, we don't grow anything.
Oh yeah. In Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I thought you
like,
said
so
Game
we're just gonna.
And I was like,
oh,
what?
No, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah, no, they don't make a lot of sense. I think the new show came out, House of the Dragon, which I think talks a little bit about their precursor, which was the Sea King, right? Is that right? Or the Driftwood King? And the Driftwood King was essentially the king of like, had the biggest shipyards in Westeros. And somehow that just slowly became, fuck it, we only ships and we only Viking stuff, right? Like we only pillage. And it's like, that's not sustainable at all.
Yeah. It's a ludicrous idea that.
Did they? Okay.
I think I heard just in passing of like, oh, we need to watch out for that.
Sure. It's super weird though, because like, yeah, that's not. It's one thing to have kind of I like the concept, right, of having marauders that just go around and pillage stuff. Like, that's all they do. But they have to have come from somewhere. And then it's a question of whether or not those people sanction that action, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, no, we don't like them. But they used to be.
Because, like,
I
think it would have been better if they did not have a group of islands, but they were just solely, like, on their ships, like, nomadically roaming around. It's like, taking other ships, coming port, taking what they need, leaving. It's like, that's fine, but that does not make a kingdom.
Yeah.
That should not be one of the 7 kingdoms of Westeros. Sorry.
Yeah, the Iron Islands, I wish the show talked a little bit more about it, but, like, they very much feel almost like one of the more magically based kingdoms. which is really cool. Like I liked listening to them because like they very much do go through ritual and
They worship
the
Cthulhu.
gods of the sea kind of dictate what happened to them, which the rest of the kingdom doesn't really do, and it's just not in the show. But yeah, like one of the brother basically like goes to see the world and comes back just like a cursed, cursed weird dude. So I don't know.
Euron, or the
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. In the book, I've not read the book, but I've seen like art of him, like how he was depicted in the book. He's creepy. Like he has purple lips
Yeah.
and like long scraggly hair. And it's like just straight up worships Cthulhu. There's like
He
no ifs,
essentially
ands, or buts
does,
about
yeah.
it. Like
And like there's a little bit of in the show there's like that storm and then he kills the king. Like in the book it's very heavily inferred that he's the one that summoned the storm. Like he has all kinds of weird creepy magic and artifacts and talismans and things that he's collected throughout the world, and he's just I think his lips are purple because he was addicted to something.
like Shade of the Evening, I think what it
Yeah,
was.
something like that.
What those warlocks drink.
Yeah, whatever the warlocks drink. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff that just kind of
And then he just kind of ends up as a bro, a gym bro dude. I was like, I'm a little disappointed.
right.
I was reminded of Game of Thrones from this little post I just saw. New fragment of like new chapter of the Epic of Gilgamesh revealed in tablet, and someone commented, "New Epic of Gilgamesh dropped before Winds of Winter." I was like, "Yep."
I have steppe orcs, underground orcs, and sea orcs as larger culture groups. Cool. I do have something like that, the Ironborn in Game of Thrones, but it's sustainable because it's a large port of pirates across multiple galaxies, so basically a trade city. Yeah, that works. That works a little better. Yeah, because I mean, like, if your whole society is bent on pillaging, why is anybody trading with you ever?
Yep.
Like,
And the fact that you get shunned for paying the gold price, I was like, okay, y'all
it doesn't make
are a
sense.
mess.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think you're right. At the end of the book, the guy goes, no, does he go over to Pentos and find the Lannister guy? Sorry, let me rephrase this. Towards the end of the last season, one of the Lannister brothers was going somewhere. Did he go to Pentos or did he go to the Iron Islands? Okay, got it. What does Dead Man Never Die? I really, really wish they were more
Undead.
undead. Yeah. Like the book makes them very kind of scary and kind of like, I think they're supposed to be more like undead Vikings, you know, just the kind of
'Cause
worship
they-
the sea and the
Because they legitimately like drown you when you are initiated into the
yeah
religion. Like, it's not like they just pour water over your head. You are held under.
you get baptized until you die from it.
Yeah. You get waterboarded.
It's pretty metal. It's pretty metal. And, like, they all survive, so it's like either someone's not drowning them well.
Yep. Or they're easily revivable, I assume.
I have to give this guy an energy shield, is what I'm working on. And I don't know how to do it. Because I don't want it to just be... they were just like, oh, just put like a glow around him. And I'm like, that feels lazy to me. Which it could work. It could work and it could be just fine.
Maybe add places where it could be like projections where the shield would come out of, like little, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
Energy
thinking all these little red
projectors.
dots are. But maybe not. Maybe I do need to add more. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna try something really weird. I'm gonna select him, and I'm going to go selection, modify, expand. Let's go 40 pixels. Okay.
Bro.
This is our new. This is our force field. Space. This is the space in which we are putting the force field down. Let's put that back up to full opacity. We'll make it like. Oh, kiddo. Good job. You did it. Yeah. He's figured out how to climb up the one step from the basement into the living room.
Oh.
I heard, huh, huh, thunk, thunk, thunk. He just like, threw himself up the step. And ended up on his back somehow. I was like, I did it.
Oh, this makes me happy. So, I'm reading over the little player's guide for Triumph of the Tusk, which is the new adventure pack that's coming out by the end of the month. There is an orc deity called Wolgren, and he's a gun orc.
Gun orc, okay.
Yes. He mastered firearms in life and continued to promote them after death, advocating for his worshippers to build their own means of victory against their enemies. And his sacred weapon, or favorite weapon, is the Barricade Buster, which is essentially
Barricade Buster.
a Gatling gun.
Okay. Sure.
Which, I was like, if I was going to have a gun as a cleric, I would rather have that because you don't have to reload it as quickly as others. Because it has like an 8-shot magazine.
Yeah, there's in Helldivers there is like the machine gun, which is like old school machine gun. So it's got a box, right? Belt fed box. It's got like 100 rounds. Like, that's fun. I like that. Then there's the tiny machine gun, which shoots. It's called the Stalwart. It's the same thing, but it's like more futuristic. It shoots 9mm. It's got like 200 bullets. It's like, hell yeah. That one's really fun. And then they have mounted turrets, where you have to like jump up on the platform, and it's got this and like huge belts going to the floor. And it shoots 50 calibers, and you have to stand on it. You're like, yeah, I like shooting guns. That's fun. I love this turret. I take it all the time as an option. It's got like 250 bullets. It's like, okay, that's not a lot. And then they're like, what if we give you just... This is a dual barrel, by the way. They're like, what if we give you just one of these that you can carry around? And I'm like, holy crap, that's awesome. I love this. 75 bullets. It's like, that's not enough. That's not enough bullets for a machine gun. I want this, the big heavy machine gun, to be a Gatling gun. And it's like, just take this. Make it so that I have to carry a backpack, right? Like, I carry ammo around. I have like 1,000 bullets in my backpack, but they're not in the gun. So they should make a stratagem that is that gun, but it also has a backpack that is just chain fed into the gun. Like, yeah, TF2 style. I want it. I want that. I want that in Helldivers too. Please give me the Gatling gun. That's all I'm saying.
This is the art they've had made of it. Which, it's less Gatling gun, but it's essentially a Gatling gun.
Yeah, that feels like an old school Gatling gun. That's fair. Like one of the ones with a crank. What are those called? That was the original Gatling gun. I guess that is
yeah.
the term.
So it has range of 40 feet, so not super long range. Does a D10 of bludgeoning damage. It has kickback, which means you need to have a certain amount of strength, as well as it deals just extra damage.
Okay.
As the orc trait, so only orcs. So it's an orc weapon. It has raising, which does a certain amount of damage to inanimate objects. So like shields, walls, doors, golems, I guess,
Alright.
and has repeating, meaning you don't have to actively reload it until you're out of ammo.
Cool.
And has the volley trait, which is for 20 feet, which means you take a penalty for shooting within 20 feet of someone.
Interesting.
Unless you take the fighter feat, which is like point blank shot.
20 feet. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, longbows, it's like, I think 30 feet. So like you can't shoot someone within 30 feet of you, which is...
I less like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could see 10 feet or so. I guess really
I could be wrong.
So really, it's not that you can't shoot somebody at that close range. It's that they're moving, so it's harder to aim at them because you have to do the full range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I could be dissuaded. I don't know if I want to do hexes. Oh lordy, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life?
Great things.
Great things. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You were trying to hype me up the other day, I'll hype you up today.
Nope, I hate it. I hate that. That looks gross. Okay. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. I don't need it to touch the body. So we could get really spicy with this.
Where is it spicy?
Something like this.
Sorry.
And just make it a very, very small. Then if I go like that and I make this like blue, colorize. Gold might be good. Okay. And then what if I make this instead of color dodge? I do something like. What if I just make it normal? Okay. That looks like crap. All right. All right.
You dipped them in ink.
Okay, so this is the glow of whatever it is I'm about to do with this. So that's what I have to think about. I like that. Then maybe I actually grab the red and we do something like. Actually, this might not work at all because of the way I have this layered. So I might need to make a new layer up here and like. You can put them back down if you want. Like you don't need them. You can. That's fine.
He just wants to eat cat food.
Hell.
Yeah. I just would have pulled them back down here. Halo did a really cool job of making like little tiny hex shields. I don't know if that's what I want. Part of the thing is it might be cool to have a group of orcs that had been cursed with the pig heads, so I can have both normal orcs and porks. Or they could just be boar people that say they're orcs. You know? And even if they weren't based off of in real life cultures, you never thought of how to ask how would it work to get started. And Settings that don't normally have that much hand waving. Yeah. People showing rating don't understand the rating is part of those cultures. Yeah, I mean, the other part of it is just scale, right? Like, we think about cultures in like number of people, and this is the only counter I have to like all drow are evil, is that if you have a world small enough where the drow are solely represented by one city, that is their entire culture, I think that is a viable thing for people to think in world, right? And so you just have to be careful about that. You have to be careful about it. It's like, yeah, this tiny island of people that is the Iron Islands are all pillagers. Like, they're all looters. They're all just raiders. Thieves, yeah. It's like, you know what? There could be outliers, but in general, people are probably going to think all those people on that island are assholes. So,
I mean, not wrong.
yeah, it's like I said, it's completely just a don't be lazy with your writing. Like, make sure you're telling the right story.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What's up, kid? I'm so sad. I'm sad for no reason.
Boo.
People are home and no one's talking to me.
No one's holding me.
Pick me up. I kind of want this to be blue, but I think that's going to be confusing. I make it like light blue. Maybe I make it magenta? No. This isn't a magenta. And then I come here, and then I go up here, and I go bleh. Should that maybe be over the top of the line art? Ooh, that might do it. Just see how it actually like reacts to the. Yeah, it's not reading armor to me. It's just reading like weird glow. Which I guess that's all an energy shield is, but the drow are sort of different for 3 reasons. Gods are involved and there's social systems to weed out, and there are good drow who have left, like Dritz and Ellistress followers. Yeah. Which I mean, like, that's why I think it's lazy writing when in later editions, because there's so much writing about the drow. Like, requiring an evil component for making a drow character is just stupid. Like, it's contradicting its own continuity. So it's like, it is just lazy. It's just lazy not thinking about things. So,
Which is kind of just the issue of like almost a 50-year-old game.
yeah.
Maybe not 50 years, 40 years for sure. You're going to have a lot of conflicting information. There are different settings, and yeah, there's lazy writing, and probably going all the way back until now. But there's also, like, I would argue, some pretty good writing, and it's just because that's kind of the issue of just hiring like freelance people. You're not always going to get a great story out of some things, and so
you're not gonna have.
I think it's really hard.
Have people that have taken the time to really read all of the source material, right? Like, that's really the biggest issue. It's like,
because like,
is Salvatore's writings 100% canonical? Maybe. Do we need it for Curse of Strahd? Probably not. So, like,
Because like there were a lot. I see a fair number of people like critique Salvador for his stuff because he like ignored a lot of the pre-existing stuff, like that Ed Greenwood and others had wrote about, and
Okay.
kind of like rehashed it out as his own ideas. I was like, you're kind of just stealing what was already there and saying you made it up, which was a
Salvatore
little
was?
weird. Yeah,
Got it.
I think he got better at it, but like, and that's because he didn't work for Wizards. He wasn't like a
Yeah, he was just an author that got hired to write the books, right? Like,
yeah.
and Dritz wasn't written as a standalone character. I don't believe. I think Dritz was written as a side character, and people loved him, so they paid him to make the Dritz books. Like,
Yeah.
Dritz existed before any of his own books came out, but I think he was an interesting character, right? And that's kind of the point I'm getting at. It's like, hey, that defies convention. We want more of that. We want to know more about it. What?
Indeed.
Are both of your feet stuck in the same leg, kid? Help me!
Help me. Ugh.
Poor kid.
And but like kind of not just like say it's all just D&D, because like look at Pathfinder, James Jacobs, a whole cloud essentially took Drow, removed Lolth, and just slapped them into Pathfinder. Like no
Yeah.
changing.
No, they
Like
I read it.
change city name and let that Lolth because that was already copyrighted, which is fine.
Did you read the?
But yeah.
Did you read the article they posted about why they got rid of the Drow?
I skimmed over it. I kind of like read like a lot of his quotes and talking about how he wanted people to be able to play D&D Drow in Pathfinder.
Yeah, like it was essentially they were allowed to be put in the book. Like they kind of talked with the D&D people because they're like that was basically the only Pathfinder D&D crossover event. Like they were like, we love Drow. Drows are great. Can we please put them in the game? And they talked about it and they found a way to make it happen. And now they're like, you know what? We understand like why people want to push away from them, and WotC is still kind of dealing with that. And we feel like it's just doesn't feel right to keep the Drow as the Drow are because they are a D&D thing. And since we're moving away from D&D, we're getting rid of the Drow. We're just gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
They still like
And
they
it's
can
gonna-
still exist. The Drows that exist in the world are like, yeah, they're still in Galorian, but we're gonna talk about them and rebuild them differently moving forward
Yep.
from now. It's like cool. That's totally
It'll probably be a slower process because I never remember seeing that he wants to focus on the other, like, unique
Yeah.
ancestries
They
in
might
the
as well.
Dark World. Because there's like a group of like, there's a whole like ghoul kingdom underneath there.
Okay.
And there's like these weird, they almost look like undead, but they're not. They're very skeleton looking.
I'm
Or
still a
like-
big fan of all the tieflings on the moon, so there's a lot of content to get through there. So.
Yeah.
I think
There's
this
like-
looks pretty good. Do I need to cover the hands, you think? I think this is pretty solid as is.
Just give them like Zenata orbs floating around them. That'll fix everything.
Just put some floating
Floating
bits.
balls.
Yeah. I do love floating balls. Just energy pulsating off of them.
Yep.
I think I should probably add the. Let's see what it looks like. Let's just do that. If I do something.
I think something.
That's a lot of slop, kid. What's going on?
I just heard.
You hungry? You got the hunger? I smell that good soup.
Kind of want to do something like this. It's just tentacly bits. Does that look cool?
I mean, not exactly at the moment.
Shape, just shape. Squint your eyes. Squint your eyes.
I think if it was a bit thinner, or not thinner, but like more pointy,
I thought you said maybe if it was a bit better.
No. I'm not that of an asshole.
Less pointy, is that what you were saying? Or more pointy? So like maybe
More like less
more
blobby and
pseudopod,
more. Yeah.
less tentacle, more ooze.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Any lore for this guy? I
Space ooze.
don't know if there was any lore written about him. I think it was originally a character suggestion, wasn't he?
This one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to, like originally I think it was Warforged being controlled by an ooze or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe these. I'm kind of curious about this. And maybe because the energy shield is blue, I should shift the eyes to more of that color. That looks pretty good. Just kick up that brightness a little bit. I definitely killed the kills the contrast. So maybe I do need to make the light not blue. Maybe if I go more of like an orange. And then we try, before I fuck anything up, let's just do this. Let's make a copy.
Yeah, save it.
So, yep. We'll push this more there. I think contrast-wise, like red and purple is going to be the winner. So let's do that. Let's save this. And then let's go up here.
Chicken dinner.
And let's make a copy. Oops. Turn that one off. See what happens if we push this into like more purple. Wow.
Curse you, pay the platypus.
Curse you what?
I said curse you, pay the platypus.
Oh, yeah. Red orange, yeah. I think the red orange is going to be a little bit better. But it might also just need a little bit of purple. Might just need a little bit of purple. That's not bad. That looks kind of cool. Okay. So let's ooze up this arm, and I think we'll probably call this one. Except now the fingers are green, and that doesn't feel right. So let's do this. Get the master's green here, and change that to maybe the purple. Same color. I think there's food ready, so I might take a quick break and grab some of that. Nope, too red. Too red. Up the saturation all the way, drop the color. Yeah, okay. That's looking pretty cool. Let's get that pseudopod in here. So what I want to do is I want to click on this. And I want, ooh, danger zone. How do I want to do that?
Danger zone.
The fastest way to do this would be to, okay, let's do it that way. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop the opacity of this down to like that. We're going to go here. We're going to save it again. Save it as version 2. Get our paintbrush. And then we're going to start. That's fine. Yep. Nope. It's totally fine. Totally fine. For my own sanity, let's change it. My brain. brain. Not working right now. Bloop. Start with the pseudopod. Start with the pseudopod. Start with the pseudopod. And then go. Bloop. Too much. Too much. Raindrops. Raindrop shapes. I should probably kick this up to like some smoothing here, so that it actually looks functional and not choppy. I want this a little bit farther back. I want this to kind of be dripping out of the... So I don't know why it would be drippy. Maybe it wouldn't be drippy. Then I might actually go in here and just remove this piece. Let the hand kind of be coming off there. What time is it? What time is it? 1:20? We're about done for the day anyways. I'm missing a bone right there. Now we gotta draw that ooze. Too dark, too thick. Go back here and clean that up. Maybe this could cross over. It could be more interesting. Cut that, make that farther back. Did this add anything to the piece? I don't know if it did. Let's look at it from farther away. That's pretty cool. No, that's pretty cool. I do think the shape is a little wrong. I don't think it should be drippy. I don't think it should be drippy.
Wrong!
Do it again!
Do it better!
Yeah. That's gone. I need to watch the new Venom movie. I haven't seen it yet. But that's always good.
The horse Venom movie?
Yeah. Venom horse is a great idea. Whoever they got writing that is on their game. Lady Venom was really creepy in the last one.
I haven't watched any Venom thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's like it's a good romp to watch, but it is not a Marvel movie. I'll just put it that way. Like,
Well, if it's not a Marvel movie, I might actually enjoy it then.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go into it thinking it's like, oh, we watched Avenger, let's go watch Venom. It's like, no. Different movies. So be prepared.
Like, I know a lot of people try to get me to watch, like, Deadpool. Lord. Shows how much I care about that character. He's gross. I'm sorry. He's gross. I don't want... No.
Definitely,
sorry.
He's one of those shock value characters, right? Like,
Yeah. Which I get the appeal of.
yeah.
It's just... No. If he wasn't as gross, like, physically gross.
Yeah, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe is a really good comic. It just is. But it's definitely one of those things that, like, hey, this is kind of not really canonical. It's just weird and fun. It's like, yeah, I'm here for that. I can't read Deadpool comics much. Like, whenever Deadpool's with Spider-Man, it's a little excessive to me.
Yeah.
So
It's like...
it's too much low random for my liking.
Yeah. It's a lot of, like, Chainsaw Man to me.
Same thing, yeah.
And I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm glad that there are people who like it and who can enjoy it. I won't knock them for it.
Yeah.
Just not for me.
It's kind of the same thing with The Boys. Like, the people that just watch The Boys as like a surface level kind of gore fest love it. And it's like, the reasons you love this show are the reasons I hate it. Like, that's how it is. Like, we are not the same in this regard. You're allowed to like it.
We are not the same.
Yeah. If they changed it to where I would enjoy it, it would not be the same, and you would probably not enjoy it. Like, that's just how it is. So, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, people are allowed to enjoy things, and other people are allowed to hate them. That's what makes it fun. So, then a movie. You might like it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not
Cause, like, there are things that I enjoy that you don't enjoy, like Neo. It's just the most glaring one.
Okay, but like, it wasn't the game I was looking for at the time.
Yeah. And for me, it just really clicked, and I love it. I've replayed it several times, and... which kind of surprises me. Because...
that you played it a bunch, or that I didn't like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I've played it a bunch, because I've never completed any Souls game at all. And, like, I don't know if it's just the fact that they made Neo almost needlessly complicated with its moves and stuff, that maybe why I enjoyed it a little bit more, and that Dark Souls is just too simple.
Yeah. I mean, that was part of my issue with it, was like, they tried to add all these weird combos to it. And I was like, the combos aren't worth it in my mind. They're like, oh, you have to beat it on New Game Plus to get the armor that makes the combos good. It's like, I'm out. Like, I don't care. I don't care that much. And that was really my problem.
No.
Was like, there was too much forceful, and this is because I played multiplayer. I didn't actually play the storyline as intended. Too much grinding. And like with a good Souls game, in my respect, you kind of do everything once or twice, and then you're done with it. And you just, like, that's it. That's all.
I will say that is the worst thing about Neo, and like just both games, is there is the aspect of grinding for gear.
Yeah, which in my mind does not belong in a Souls-like game.
Yeah. And so that's like the only thing for me, the only thing I will grind for is not so much the gear, but just getting the smithing text, so I could just make it myself.
Yeah.
And customize it. Because if you make it yourself, you don't need as many stats to wear it, which is nice.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know why but yeah, it's just Neo was just really clicked for me, and I played another game of theirs called Wulong, which is based on China, and I finished it. I don't know if I want to go back and like play it in New Game Plus, because it's a little rough.
Yeah. Okay. What time is it? It's 5:30. I'd probably better call it here. I need to go get some food.
Oh,
Take care of the baby.
Wukong. Sadly, no Wukong in Wulong.
Yeah.
It's all based on the romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Which
So
is
if you ever play,
Is that Chinese or Japanese? Because like, I'm thinking about the. Is it Lost Kingdom? Was that the thing about the Monkey King? The movie about the Monkey King? I don't remember now. Once you start playing with the Monkey King, like my brain just stops working with lore. Wrong thing. Okay. Corvus, you cut out there for me. I don't know if you're still talking or if you had to bump away. Well, I think that's where we're going to call today. Since we lost Corvus here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks everybody that was around this week. I think we will be Black Myth Journey to the West, but centering on Walking Side of the Story. Yeah, I love Journey to the West. It's a great book. But the Monkey King is just like so pervasive now that it's hard to say like he's not in something. But originally Chinese storytelling, which I love. Good book. I'll probably finish this up this afternoon. I'll post a picture of it in the Discord. I might even send a copy of it off to some of the Patreon members just for funsies. Monkey King is great. I based my if you haven't watched the Why You Should Play. Oh no, what are they called?
Vanara?
Yeah, Vanara. That sounds right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Go watch that video. It's a good video. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I had to draw that guy 5 times because my camera kept crapping out on me. So I was pretty happy with that one when it finally finished. But yeah, should be around next week. I'll be around next Friday. I think Wednesday. I believe there are still people in town. I might have a late Wednesday stream, but if I don't, I'll just be around in the Discord hanging out with people and stuff. So I'll keep you posted there. If you'd like to become a Patreon member and see all the cool stuff in the Discord, you're very welcome to. There should be a link down below. If you're not, just join the Discord, come hang out, share your art, share your stories. And that's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll catch everybody next time. Bye!
Bye-bye.